Well, welcome to Corner Room Pipe Talk. As you can tell from the beginning of my video, there were a lot of things that happened when I smoked some haunted bookshop. So I'm going to get into that a little bit, but this was my first time trying it. So this is my first impression of it. And as I was trying it, I ended up using this Cornell and Deal small batch journal, which is a pipe tobacco journal, just to kind of document what you thought of various blends. And I bought this like a year ago and I've never used it, so what's more appropriate than smoking some Cornell and Deal haunted bookshop and using that as the first blend to log. So just some initial thoughts, looking at some of my notes here, and just right off the bat, the tin note was pretty mild. I, for some reason, thought it was going to have a stronger smell than it did, but with it being a blend of mainly Burley and Virginias, and then just a little bit of Perique, I guess it makes sense that it wasn't too strong of a tin note. But upon my initial light and the first few seconds of smoking it, there was definitely a light presence of that Virginia flavor. It was bright, a little bit of citrus, but as I got a few seconds in, I definitely started to notice that like nutty flavor of the Burley, and that was pretty dominant when I was smoking for the first few minutes, and I really liked that. The nuttiness was really good, and then just that slight bright taste, that citrusy taste of the Virginias complemented the Burley really well. And then, you know, 2/3 of the way into the smoke, started to taste a little bit more of that Perique. There was a peppery flavor that started to kind of make itself known 15-20 minutes in. So I really liked that flavor, and it added kind of a more complex profile to the tobacco. So really enjoyed that. Kind of like the fact that it started off pretty heavy on the Burley, and then the Virginias to complement that Burley, and then as you kind of get into the smoke, you start to unlock more of that flavor with the Perique. At least that was my experience with it. And then the last little bit of my smoke, and just for context, I was in a rush yesterday, and I was trying to try this when I was on a time crunch, which was a big mistake. I should have honestly smoked it tonight when I've had more time to do it, but I was in a rush, in a time crunch, wanted to record my first time smoking it, and I was chugging on this pipe like it was a choo-choo train. I mean, I was smoking it fast, smoking it heavy, smoking it hot, trying to just kind of fast track my first impressions, which was a huge mistake because I really wanted to take the time to sit down and just enjoy it and take it slow. But yeah, I got into a rush. Never get into a rush when you're pipe smoking. Enjoy it. Slow down. That's what I've been told many times, and it's wise advice. So I got into a rush, and then about like the 25, 30-minute mark of smoking it, I got the biggest head rush, the biggest nicotine hit. And I don't think I've ever had that issue with any cigar or any tobacco blend that I've smoked. I'm only, a couple years into this, but I've never had that experience before. And I know, like, Haunted Bookshop, it's not necessarily like a high nicotine tobacco blend. I know it's like considered more of like a medium level nicotine blend, but man, it gave me an absolute head rush. So I felt like I didn't know how to speak my own language while also being able to speak every language at once. I felt like I unlocked the fourth dimension. Felt like I was astral planing, and I don't even know what that means, but that just shows like how much that nicotine hit me. So my head was spinning. So unfortunately, that kind of took away from the experience of what I was really enjoying up to that point. So I plan to go out tonight, plan to try it again, and I'll record that video, add that into the end of this video, just so that I can end this smoke on a good note, because I really, really liked the first 20 minutes of smoking this Haunted Bookshop. So kind of my final impressions and my overall thoughts, kind of light and nutty to start, and then that perique kind of presents itself after a few minutes. Once you get settled in, you get that peppery taste, and it all kind of blends together really well. And I enjoyed it, but smoke it slow. And maybe it's just me that's had this experience. Let me know if you all have ever had this experience when smoking Haunted Bookshop. Have you ever smoked it when you're on a time crunch and you're smoking it too fast? Have you ever gotten that head rush, that nicotine hit, like I did? Maybe I'm the odd man out and it was just an off day and something was off with me, but never had that experience before. But yeah, a light and nutty start. The perique is very present after a few minutes, and overall a really, really good tobacco blend. I think it's one that I'm going to have to definitely try a few more times to get a little bit more acquainted with, but I could see myself really, really enjoying this blend. So Cornell and Deal Haunted Bookshop, it's worth a try. It's worth a try. Liked the first 2/3 of it, and I need to redeem myself tonight. And shout out to 209 Piper. He made a video today talking about, in part of his video, how we need to bring back Corn Cob Tuesday, and I really like that idea. I'm newer to the YTPC, but it sounds like Corn Cob Tuesday was a pretty big thing in the past, and maybe it's not as popular of a thing to do anymore, but I really like his idea of really just having fun with that and bringing it back. So 209 Piper, thank you for talking about that today. I think that's a great idea. So in the last little bit of my video, I'll be smoking this bad boy right here. This is my Missouri Meerschaum Cornell and Deal corncob pipe, and I cannot remember which specific style of Missouri Meerschaum pipe this is. So if anybody knows, put that in the comments in case anybody else is interested to pick this up. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and also stay tuned as I smoke this corn cob at the end of the video, because I'm going to give a few shout outs to some people who have been really, really helpful with getting my channel out there and helping it grow. So thank you all. So round 2 of Haunted Bookshop is a very, very pleasant experience. So really, really enjoying this from beginning to end. Really taste the perique, the peppery flavor, this time around much more than the Burley and the Virginia. And I'm smoking it in my corncob pipe because it's Corncob Tuesday. So I'm wondering if that is affecting it in some way. I used my Brigham System Sandblast yesterday, which has that rock maple distillator, so I'm wondering if that brought out different flavors, but really enjoying this tonight. Very, very good. Wanted to give a couple shout outs today. Wanted to give a shout out to Welsh Piper. I believe his name is Mark. He's got, I think, almost 700 subscribers, and he's got really great content. Some more like long form videos, 20 to 30 minutes, and he has some very interesting conversations, very open and honest, and I really think that's cool. He kind of invites us into his life, and he is always smoking a good looking cigar, so go check him out. But I just wanted to thank him because he gave me a shout out a couple weeks ago, and I somehow missed it, completely missed it. And I'm subscribed to his channel, Welsh Piper, and to Mark, I'm sorry that I missed that, but I really, really appreciate your shout out, and keep making the great content that you make. So yeah, just thank you for that. And then a few other people that I'd like to give a shout out to, that I think I've commented back and thanked you, but just wanted to give you a shout out on this channel. Papa Bear, Night Train Piper, and Backwoods Codger. I just wanted to thank all of you all for giving me shout outs too. Super, super helpful with bringing viewers and getting new subscribers to the channel. I couldn't have done it without you all, without all four of you. Almost to 100 subscribers now, so that's really exciting. But not only just for the subscribers and bringing people to my channel, but just thank you all for the comments that you leave, for the videos that you create. Just really, really enjoy that, and it's fun to be a part of this community where people are so active on other people's channels and in the comments and just in the conversation with each other. So big shout out to Welsh Piper, Papa Bear, Night Train Piper, and Backwoods Codger. And I'll try to provide a link to all of their YouTube channels in my video today. I'm assuming most of the people that watch this are probably already subscribed to them because they're well-established YTPC members, but just really wanted to thank all of you. And a shout out to 209 Piper for his video today and inspiring me to want to smoke a corn cob. But thank you all. Hope you guys have a good night.